Securing Asia has proven yet again that it is the premier event for companies seeking business opportunities in Asia, one of the biggest growth areas in the world for homeland security. Over 2 days, 450 visitors, including high-level delegations from 23 countries, attended the event to take part in the conference program and network with exhibitors. Due to popular demand, the 2013 conference program emphasized the Indian homeland security and defense sectors. Meanwhile, the summit, comprising networking events and the exhibition, focused on key Asia markets, which, taken together, represent a giant market for Western security products.
India is expected to spend on defense and homeland security over the next 5 years at least $80 billion. And over the next 15 years, $200 billion, and the economists say so. And a growth of something like 17 to 20% of the defense budget is expected on a regular basis. It is, give or take a little, the biggest market for defense and technology companies.
The Securing Asia specialized B2B model was designed to facilitate meetings between exhibitors and delegates. And an initial survey of exhibitors indicates that this worked well for them, with an estimated $20 million in new business being released at the summit.
The summit itself, I'm surprised by how productive it's been to date. I think that the representation and the delegations, that it should have been exploited as an opportunity by more companies, and hopefully it will be in the future.
Held annually at the prestigious Queen Elizabeth II Conference Centre in Westminster, London, the Securing Asia Homeland Security and Counter-Terror Summit creates a forum in which subject specialists, suppliers and high-level delegations can meet to discuss security issues and strategic business collaborations, and network with government and private sector buyers, as well as technology and solution providers. Delegates were drawn to the event by 2 days of high-level discussions exploring the issues, challenges and geopolitics of homeland security and defense. And this was supported by a top-level exhibition, facilitated business meetings and networking events. Exhibitors had access to high-level delegations from the governments of Asian countries and multiple Indian states, representing their respective police forces, militaries and ministerial offices. The organisers of Securing Asia Global Energy have held over 10 forums like this, promoting commercial interaction in Asia, giving them a unique understanding of the security industry and the art of doing business in Asia.
Most exciting thing about this year's conference was there was a larger participation from the states in India.
Delegates to this year's summit were delighted with the conference and exhibition.
Homeland security is a big thing, and it's going to get even bigger. It's a good platform for different people from different countries to be under one roof and, hear different people, interact with different people.
It's a great opportunity in the sense that, unless we who are the consumers are exposed to, such kind of range of products which are available in the market, the latest kind of technology which is, progressing by leaps and bounds every day.
Yeah, I've been nominated by the government to attend on behalf of the government of Sikkim. I am a police officer from India. The intention is to see what are the advances being made in technology all across the world and see what can be customized or what can be useful to our police organization.
We need solidarity to prevent such a terrorism or something. The importance is sharing know-how and study each other. Yeah. On that point is very important. Especially recently, Japan has all good relation only United States first stage, but now we must see Europe and India.
There is a tremendous amount of work which is being done with the DRDO in concert with the other agencies, namely the users as also the manufacturers. And towards that end, we are looking at going in for joint ventures towards both. One is technology and developing this technology so that we can leapfrog in a shorter time, as also the manufacturers are going in for joint ventures.
It's very useful for us to come and work with international partners because terrorism is global. So the issues that affect our friends across the world will also affect us in the UK. So it's not just a case of us telling other countries what we do. We can actually learn from some of their experiences as well.
I was delighted to get a couple of very useful questions from the audience. And I think especially as this conference attracts businesses with a strong international outlook, they are, I think, very much aware of the need to deal with this topic from a global perspective and looking at the international regime rather than just a question of local law.
What's important about a conference like this is you get to network with a lot of people that you wouldn't normally have met and introduce yourself to them in a slightly informal context and setting, which is always useful and can be enjoyable, but also can lead to business at a later date.
There were over 30 presentations at this year's conference, covering security, politics, geopolitics, and the business and cultural environment.
We process all the security arrival application for each aircraft and each airline that perform flights to our area. We are monitoring and maintain situational awareness in real time about each aircraft in our area. We also manage and coordinate an aerial aviation security incident.
80% of the world's GDP is generated in urban areas. Urbanization poses an important governance challenge. And not only a governance challenge, as Deb was telling me before, it has huge implications on tensions between tribal society and between village society that's been going on for thousands of years.
There are more than 520,000 people on cruise liners today, tomorrow and every other day of the year. That's more people than there are in the air at any one time. There are more than 4,500 super yachts. A super yacht is a vessel designed specifically for pleasure that is over 33 meters in length, and 200 of those are helicopter capable. And the prestige yards for the building of super yachts are full.
With the increasing attractiveness of international civil aviation as a target, with terrorists becoming ever more creative in their attempts to circumvent our security measures, and with the additional challenges presented by developments in the way we communicate, success is more than ever dependent on collaboration with like-minded partners overseas.
Exhibitors at Securing Asia met delegations from many Asian countries, giving them the opportunity to network with a large number of high-level buyers in a short space of time through the special B2B initiative organised by the Securing Asia concierge team.
This is the platform where they get a chance to exchange their ideas, see best practices of others, see new equipment which is coming in, and of course move forward as far as the security domain is concerned.
We're interested in the Asian market, and this is a good way of actually getting additional information on that market. And we're traditionally an R&D house, but now we have far more products, so we're looking at taking some of those products into the Indian market. India is a very interesting market. It's very different to the UK.
Need to find a lot of companies from the UK or maybe from the rest of Europe, the small or mid-sized companies probably who are not able to go down and do not have much of a knowledge or a detailed idea about what the Asian markets are like or the Indian markets in specifics. So it's an excellent opportunity for a two-way interaction.
It's not a typical exhibition where you've got a large flow of people who really don't know what they're looking for. The audiences, they're focused on what we've got to offer. And so it's a very good opportunity to meet the people at a fairly high level that can make things happen.
A new element in this year's event was the presence of representatives from Africa, which is facing many of the developmental issues that Asia has already encountered.
I found the conference very informative. It's nice to meet others who are in the industry and can tell you things from a practical point of view. You know, we hear a lot of stories and that sort of thing, but the practicalities of on the ground, you know, security is what's important. Asia is an interesting place in terms of doing business. I'm immune to some of the intricacies because I do a lot of business in Africa, and you know, we have this south-south thing, so they're very similar in the ways of doing business. The way you do business is very much the same. Both Asia and Africa is very much a one-to-one. People want to know you first. The business will come later. They have to like you and get on with you. I hope you know, people look at Africa as a place to do business in the future.
We're also very happy that we had participation from various countries. And we are noticing that there's a larger participation from Africa. So we've decided next year, 2014, it'll be securing Asia and Africa. Asia is exciting. Asia's time has come now. Africa is more exciting. The time is yet to come. But if you look at the mineral resources, if you look at the oil and the gas and all of the other resources that are there, and the fact that Northern Africa, particularly, in a sense, Western Africa, including Nigeria and countries on that side, Eastern Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, all of those countries, and of course South Africa. I mean, they're all phenomenal economies which are bursting, if you like, with opportunities, and I think they all want to come here and share their thoughts and look at how we can do the same thing as we're talking about Asia.
So, building on the interest and enthusiasm generated by the first 2 years of the summit, Securing Asia and Africa next year promises to cover more topics, bring an even broader range of buyers and suppliers together, and generate more business for everyone involved. For more information about how you can participate in Securing Asia and Africa 2014, visit www.securingasia.com.